This is the fatal mistake millions of Americans make every year. Walking into a carrier store to lower their bill and walking out locked into a deal that costs $4,000 over 3 years. Daniel walked into the Verizon store on a Tuesday afternoon in March looking for one thing. He wanted to pay less on his phone bill. His contract was up, his old phone worked fine, and he had seen an ad promising a free upgrade to the latest Samsung Galaxy. The store rep was friendly, efficient, and very good at math, or at least very good at making sure Daniel wasn't doing any. 30 minutes later, Daniel walked out with a brand new phone in a bag. He had traded in his old device, locked into a new 36-month contract, and added a protection plan. The rep had shown him a monthly payment breakdown. Everything looked reasonable. What Daniel did not realize was that the free phone had just restructured his entire bill in a way that would cost him an extra $1,400 over the next 3 years, not in a single charge he would notice, in small, unremarkable increases buried in a monthly statement most people glance at for 4 seconds before scrolling away. Daniel is not naive. He is a project manager. He negotiates contracts for a living. But the wireless carrier industry has spent 50 years perfecting a pricing architecture so deliberately confusing that the actual cost of owning a phone is almost impossible to calculate at the point of sale. And that confusion is not a bug. It is the entire product. My name is Jake, and I spend probably too much time thinking about the financial structures hiding inside things that are supposed to make your life easier. If you have ever walked out of a carrier store feeling like you saved money and then wondered 6 months later why your bill is higher than before, hit that subscribe button. Because what I am about to show you is a pricing system engineered from the ground up to extract maximum revenue from the illusion of a deal. And if you are on a carrier contract right now, stay with me until the end, because the next video breaks down exactly how to negotiate your way out without paying the penalty. Subscribe now so you do not miss it. Let's start with the phrase itself, free phone. It is, without qualification, one of the most misleading terms in consumer retail, and it has been used so frequently for so long that most Americans have stopped questioning it. There is no such thing as a free phone from a wireless carrier. There has never been a free phone from a wireless carrier. What exists is a financing arrangement dressed up in promotional language specifically designed to obscure the real transaction happening. The phone is not free. The phone is leverage to lock you into a contract where the real profit lives. Here is the actual structure. When a carrier offers you a free iPhone 16 or Galaxy S25, they are not giving you a phone. They are giving you a sahadiyu, monthly credit, typically between $15 and $30 per month, applied to a device payment plan over 24 to 36 months. The phone's full retail price is still charged to your account. The credit offsets it, but only if you maintain a qualifying plan for the full term. Drop to a cheaper plan, leave the carrier, or miss specific conditions in the fine print, and the remaining device balance becomes immediately payable. According to the Federal Communications Commission's 2023 report on mobile market competition, Americans collectively carry over $40 billion in outstanding device installment balances at any given time. That number does not exist because people are buying phones. It exists because people think they received something free while actually entering a multi-year debt arrangement with an early termination structure designed to be prohibitively expensive to exit. But the device cost is only the first layer. To understand why the free phone deal is so financially destructive, you need to understand how carriers structure the plans attached to it. And there are 4 mechanisms they use. each one designed to be invisible until it is already too late. The first is mandatory plan upgrades. Free phone promotions almost universally require enrollment in a premium unlimited plan, not the base unlimited tier. The premium unlimited tier, which in 2025 runs between $75 and $90 per month per line for the major carriers. A customer previously on a $45 per month bring your own device plan who accepts a free phone promotion will be moved to a plan costing $30 to $45 more per month. That difference over 36 months is between $1,080 and $1,620. On a phone that costs $799 at retail, you are not saving $799. You are potentially spending over $800 more than you would have on your previous plan, while believing you got something free. The second is the trade-in valuation illusion. The free phone deal almost always requires a trade-in, and the trade-in value given by carriers is rarely the market value of your device. A study by Consumer Reports in 2024 found that carrier trade-in offers average 38% below the actual resale value of the same device on the secondary market. Your 2-year-old iPhone 14 might fetch $320 on Swappa or Facebook Marketplace. The carrier will offer you $220 as a promotional credit. Again, applied monthly over 24 months, not as an upfront check. If you leave the carrier before the term ends, uncredited promotional payments stop. You received less than your phone was worth and still did not receive it in full. The third is insurance and protection plan bundling. The moment you accept a free phone, the conversation almost immediately turns to protection plans. AppleCare through a carrier runs $13 to $17 per month. Carrier-specific protection plans run $8 to $17 per month, depending on device tier. The rep's pitch is logical and emotionally reasonable. You are getting a brand new $1,000 phone for free. It would be a shame not to protect it. What the rep does not mention is that most insurance claims are denied on technicalities, that deductibles for screen repairs run $99 to $299, and that the actuarial math of phone insurance almost always favors the insurer. A 2022 analysis by Consumer Federation of America found that smartphone insurance pays out in roughly 1 in 5 claims where customers believe they have a valid case. You are paying $17 a month for a product specifically designed to find reasons not to pay when you actually need it. The free phone is the opening offer. The plan, the trade-in, the insurance. Those are where the deal is actually structured, and none of them favor you. If the math we just ran surprised you, hit that like button right now. It helps more people find this video before they sign the wrong deal. The fourth mechanism is bill shock through fragmented charges. Wireless bills are deliberately structured to be difficult to read. According to a 2023 survey by J.D. Power, 41% of wireless customers do not understand the individual line items on their monthly statement. Carriers have names for charges that obscure their purpose. Regulatory recovery fees, administrative and telco recovery charge, network access charge. These are not government-mandated taxes. They are carrier-invented fees with names designed to sound like government-mandated taxes. The FTC has taken action against multiple carriers for this practice. The fees persist. A comprehensive breakdown of a standard Verizon or AT&T premium unlimited plan in 2025 includes between 7 and 11 separate line items beyond the advertised plan price, adding between $15 and $28 per month in charges that were not mentioned in the promotional conversation. Now here is where you might reasonably object. You might say that you knew you were on a contract, that you understood the trade-in was a credit, that you read your bill carefully, and maybe you did. But the free phone deal has a second financial problem that exists entirely independent of whether you understood the terms. It locks your decision-making into a carrier relationship for 24 to 36 months during a period when market pricing changes substantially. Between 2021 and 2024, the average cost of a competitive unlimited plan on the major carrier networks dropped by approximately 12%, according to data from Recon Analytics. Budget carriers and MVNOs, mobile virtual network operators, companies that resell major network capacity at lower prices, have become dramatically more competitive on coverage and speed while charging 40 to 60% less than the major carriers for equivalent service. Mint Mobile, Visible, and Consumer Cellular offer plans on the same physical network infrastructure as Verizon and T-Mobile for $25 to $40 per month. The person locked into a premium unlimited plan through a free phone deal is paying $75 to $90 per month for a plan they cannot leave without forfeiting the remaining device credits on a network they could access for half the price elsewhere. Here is what that looks like when you put it all in one number over 36 months. The free phone path costs $4,140. That is $80 a month for the plan, $0 for the phone since it is credited, $15 a month for insurance, and roughly $20 a month in miscellaneous fees, all multiplied across 36 months. The alternative path costs $1,890. That is $35 a month on an MVNO plan, $450 for a refurbished flagship phone purchased outright, no insurance plan, and minimal fees of about $5 a month. The difference is $2,250 over 3 years. For functionally identical cellular service and a phone with functionally identical daily performance. The free phone costs $2,250 more than buying a refurbished flagship and switching to a budget carrier. Not because the deal was deceptive in any illegal sense, because the deal was structured to make the comparison impossible to see at the moment of signing. There is a deeper psychological mechanism at work here beyond the pricing math, and it is the real reason these deals continue working on millions of otherwise financially careful people every year. The free phone deal is presented as a moment of financial victory. You came in to lower your bill. You are leaving with a brand new flagship device at no upfront cost. The emotional experience of the transaction is positive. You won something. The rep was helpful. The paperwork was quick. You are walking out of the store with a product in a bag that retails for $999, and your credit card was never charged. This is a carefully designed emotional architecture. The upfront zero cost creates a sensation of gain. The monthly charges are distributed across 36 statements, each one small enough to feel insignificant, and buried inside a bill complex enough that the exact cost of the decision is never visible in a single number. You will never see in one place the total amount this free phone extracted from you, because the moment you saw that number, $4,140, the deal would collapse immediately. The entire structure depends on you never doing the math in full. And the bill is designed to make sure you do not. You will never see the total cost of your free phone in one place. That is not an accident. That is the product. According to a 2023 behavioral economics study from the University of Chicago's Booth School of Business, consumers presented with monthly pricing options consistently underestimate total costs by 30 to 40% compared to consumers shown equivalent annual pricing. The wireless industry has known this for decades. Every pricing decision, monthly plan costs, device installment amounts, insurance expressed in per-month figures, is structured to exploit exactly this cognitive limitation. So what do you actually do? Because the goal is not to avoid having a phone or to refuse all carrier promotions on principle. The goal is to make decisions based on the real total cost rather than the manufactured impression of a deal. Subscribe now, and I will show you in the next video how one 10-minute phone call to your carrier can cut your monthly bill by $30 to $45 without changing your number or losing coverage. The first action is to calculate the 36-month total. Before you sign anything, take the monthly plan cost, multiply by 36, add the monthly device payment, if any, add the monthly insurance, add the average of miscellaneous fees from any sample bill the rep can show you. That is the number you are actually committing to. Compare it to your current total spend over the same period. The free phone math only works if you never do this calculation. So do it every time in the store before the paperwork starts. The second action is to research MVNOs before your contract expires. Mint Mobile, Visible, Consumer Cellular, and US Mobile operate on the exact same towers as the major carriers. Coverage maps are nearly identical for 90% of users. A plan on Mint Mobile running on T-Mobile's network costs $30 per month for unlimited data. The equivalent plan through T-Mobile directly costs $80 per month. The only thing the T-Mobile plan includes that Mint does not is the ability to subsidize a free phone deal, which you now know is not free. The third action is to buy refurbished 2 generations back. A certified refurbished iPhone 14 Pro in 2025 costs approximately $400 and performs every daily task at a level indistinguishable from an iPhone 16 in blind user testing. The 2-generation-old flagship is not obsolete. It was made obsolete in perception by the same marketing machine that makes the free phone deal feel like a win. Buy the device that fits your actual use case, not the narrative that your current phone is insufficient. The fourth action is to sell your old device privately before trading in. The resale market for used iPhones and Samsung flagships is liquid and accessible. Swappa, eBay, and Facebook Marketplace consistently return 30 to 50% more than carrier trade-in offers for the same device in equivalent condition. The trade-in program exists to capture value from people who find private selling inconvenient. The convenience premium you pay is often $100 to $200 per device. Across a lifetime of upgrades, that is a substantial and unnecessary transfer of value to a company already extracting maximum revenue from every other part of your relationship with them. Right now, you probably think of yourself as someone who is reasonably careful with money, someone who does not fall for obvious scams, who reads the important parts of contracts, who understands that nothing in retail is actually free. That self-image is accurate, and it is exactly why the free phone deal keeps working. It is not designed to fool people who are careless with money. It is designed to fool people who are careful with money by structuring a transaction that looks at every visible data point like a rational financial decision. The monthly numbers are small. The upfront cost is zero. The rep is helpful and transparent within a framework specifically constructed to make transparency point in the wrong direction. Daniel, the project manager who negotiates contracts for a living, walked out of that Verizon store feeling like he had won. He is still paying for that feeling, $80 per month at a time, 18 months into a deal that has 14 months left to run. He cannot leave without forfeiting $420 in remaining device credits. He looked at the math last month, really looked at it in full for the first time, and the number at the bottom was $4,140 for a phone that cost $799 at retail. The free phone is not free. It is the most expensive way to acquire a device that you could have bought outright for less. The deal does not save you money. It restructures the extraction so you never see the total until it is already done. Your phone works. Your plan might not be working for you. Those are two different problems, and only one of them requires spending money to solve. Do the math, all of it, in one number before you sign anything. If this changed how you will look at your next carrier deal, hit subscribe, because the next video covers something they hide even deeper than the phone price. You will want to see it, but to see it.